The supportive housing program assists Lycoming County residents in danger of eviction or mortgage foreclosure and those needing to secure housing accommodations. The program is administered by STEP and funded by Lycoming County government through the Pennsylvania Housing Affordability and Rehabilitation Enhancement Fund, commonly referred to as FAIR, with additional funding coming from Neighborhood Assistance Program tax credits. The program's objective is to prevent eviction, transition sheltered or unsheltered customers into stable housing, and prevent foreclosure to homeowners. STEP service navigation is key to the program through the assessment of barriers that prevent housing stability and the delivery of services to overcome those barriers. The following video contains customer testimonials given at the July meeting of the Supportive Housing Program Advisory Committee.
Before I get into how the program's helped me, I just want to give a little bit of background about myself. I was getting high all my juvenile years. From 12 up, I started getting high. My parents were alcoholics, the family I grew up in. So I never had nobody to teach me how to handle money or how to be a person, like a good citizen or anything like that. I just blended in with drugs and alcohol at a young age and found comfort and peace in that. All through my juvenile years, I bounced around between my grandparents, my great-grand, and then my grand, all on my mom's side. I had no relationship with my dad's family, really. And then I got in trouble at 17. I was put on juvenile drug court. I started to change my life, got active, and I met my wife, got active in her father's church. Her father's a local pastor. And down the road, my gram that pretty much raised me got cancer and died in 6 months at a young age, and it was devastating. So everything that I started to learn from like her father about being a man and everything, I let go and went back to my comfort, which I thought was drugs and alcohol, which led me to heroin, which led to a 5-year battle, which I just celebrated 20 months clean on the 19th of July. So we're making progress. Where the program came in is, like I said, I had no structure my whole life. I was just bounced around and did whatever I wanted. At 17, I took care of my great-grand and my Down syndrome uncle for 5 years. So I was made to grow up while I was in the mix of getting high, getting clean. I was taking care of people I couldn't even take care of myself. So, like, when I got on adult drug court in 2015, maybe, or 16, February 2016, I got put on adult drug court. And I really wanted to change, like that was this time around. But I didn't know how to, I guess. And we weren't allowed to live together at first, then we kept on improving ourselves, so they let us live together. And we got like a rundown apartment from a slumlord because we have an eviction on our record, and we were making do with the little bit of money that we were making, and the apartment was just horrible, filled with mold and everything else. And that's when we heard about the program, supportive housing. So we got in touch with Lynn, and we started working towards goals. And we got an apartment now that it's a beautiful apartment, apartment we would have never got on our own because of our history, and because we didn't know how to save money. I went from being immature as an adolescent to a drug addict as an adult. I had no structure with my finances whatsoever, and they put us in contact with the credit counselor and taught me how to budget. And I'm still not perfect. We still make mistakes. But it's a daily progress. We try every day to get better. Some days we might spend money that we shouldn't or something. But overall, we're working towards goals now. We set goals up. We have a budget. We haven't missed a rent payment. We haven't missed a light bill payment. I don't even remember the last time before this period that I paid my light bills. or my water bills. So it was so much more than just helping us get into a place and helping us with money. It taught me structure and how to manage money and how to, not just for a short time thing, but for a lifetime. So I'm totally sincere when I say thank you to everybody that helped us. It changed my life.
This program has been a huge step in changing our lives. My background was a little different than his, like he said. My father is a pastor, and I grew up in a great home. But situations happen in life, and I slowly got into this scene of drug and alcohol, and my life took an extreme turn for the worst. And I struggled for, like you said, about 5 years with heroin. And it's just funny when you decide to change your life, you kind of forget. I forgot all of the things I grew up knowing. When we were getting high, we bounced from apartment to apartment. It was just, how long could we finagle money to stay in this place until we were going to get evicted again, or until we had to move back with my parents and living with people. And I didn't have a place to call my home in many years. So I too got put on drug court, and that was the start of wanting to change. And like he said, we weren't allowed to live together. We then moved into together in an apartment that was, just awful. And there was a flood last October. It got covered in black mold. The landlord refused to do anything about it. So we heard about this program, and I think it was still in the works because we moved back in with my parents, which was a huge thing. They let us move in with them after, blow. So we moved back in with them until we could get set up with this program. And I had no idea what this program really offered. I thought, yeah, maybe they'll help us find a place. Maybe they'll give us a good name because to get into an apartment, there was no reasonable landlord that would even consider us because we had such awful reputation. And so when we found out we got approved for this program, I thought they would just help us find an apartment, maybe help us with a security deposit. But this program has, done so much for us. We have an amazing apartment, the nicest place we have ever lived in. They have helped us with our rent. They have helped us, learn how to pay our bills again. And we actually, live a semi-normal life, which I never thought was possible. So again, I just want to express my gratitude. Thank you all so much for everything you have done. This program is amazing.
My name's Keisha. I'm a single mom of 4 children, 3 still at home. I also have a criminal background that kind of made it difficult for me to obtain certain employment and to be able to become self-sufficient. I also was in a really bad car accident back in 2011. Both my knees are replaced, so the work that I can obtain is very minimal. So this program, not even just the part with the rental thing and helping with the budgeting, but for me, it restored my hope and my confidence in the fact that you can come back. I had given up for a while that I would never be able to find a job. Now I actually work for transitional living centers, which is the halfway house for women that are transitioning back into society from prison with various criminal backgrounds of their own, namely drug addiction. And this program has definitely shown me that there is absolutely nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. It restores your relationship with society, with the community, with people that would otherwise wouldn't give you a second look because most of the time they look at what's on paper instead of looking at the person. So I also owe my gratitude to supportive housing and Lynn, who is not here. But yeah, I'm grateful, and I want to thank you, and I hope this program continues for others that come up after us, you know, to help them to get back on their